Hi there and welcome back to my channel. Join me for a fun summer recipe, a few days in my life shopping as well as chatting as we soak up these very hot summer days in Missouri. Today I'm working on making some strawberry no-bake cheesecake. So for the crust I decided to use some honey graham crackers. You can really use any brand you'd like, and I am using my hands to crush them with a Ziploc bag. However, you could use a cup or even a rolling pin, and then just add that to a bowl and add in some melted butter. I like to use unsalted butter, and you're just going to give that a good mix. Next, you'll want to pour the graham cracker butter mix into a pan that's about 9 by 13, and then just spread it all out and firmly press it down. Now, I know I said that this recipe is no bake, and technically it is, because you can do one of two things. You can either put this crust in the refrigerator for a few minutes, or you can put it in the oven to bake to make the crust a little more firm. It's totally up to you, and I will have this recipe with all the details over on my blog if you are interested. I made this dessert last week and actually brought it to church for coffee hour, and it seemed to be a pretty big hit. So I'm pretty confident that you'll probably enjoy it too if you make it. Then I also got some gelatin from the store. Now, you don't have to do gelatin if you don't want to. However, I chose to do it because I think that it holds the strawberries in a little bit better. It also makes everything a little more neat, and it helps so that the strawberries don't get really liquidy and runny all over onto the rest of the dessert, if that makes sense. And then for the filling of the no-bake cheesecake, you can do a couple different things. So I am actually making my own with some blocks of cream cheese, some vanilla extract, and some powdered sugar. However, if you are near a Walmart or a bigger type of grocery store, then they might have some Philadelphia no-bake cheesecake filling that you could actually use in yours if you find yourself kind of in a time crunch or you just want an easier route to go. And then I know this doesn't look super pretty or aesthetic right now, but trust me, it'll get better. So I'm adding my layer with the strawberries and the gelatin on top, and then you just kind of spread it evenly all over the pan, and there it is. I think it turned out really delicious and good, and like I said, if you want to try it, head over to my blog. The full recipe is there. A couple days later, we went to Trader Joe's. Unfortunately, I didn't get a whole lot of footage just because it was so busy. Okay, so it is a few days after we went to Trader Joe's, and I just wanted to do a quick little haul, if that's what you want to call it, of the stuff that we already have. So it's not going to be the most aesthetic thing ever because we dug into all of the stuff that I got, but I still thought it would be worth showing you all what we got, maybe what we did and didn't like, that sort of a thing. So I got these Scandinavian swimmers, which if you've never tried them before, they taste a lot like the Swedish fish candies that you can pick up at Walmart or other grocery stores. And yeah, they are actually pretty good. I like how there's no artificial colors in them, so that's why I got them. I also got the girls these fruit pouches. They're organic apple mango. I just picked these up kind of in a pinch, but they work and they're pretty good. We also got, as far as snacks go, this snack pack of cheddar cheese squares or rectangles. They're pretty good as well, individually wrapped, not too expensive, so not bad either. And then I got this coconut milk and dragon fruit concentrate. They had a little stand up in the store, and you could make your own pink drink with the dragon fruit concentrate and the coconut milk. However, I don't think it quite tastes like the pink drink that I'm used to. I have made my own pink drinks before, and this did not quite taste like it. It was still pretty good, but just not quite it. And honestly, I'm not the hugest fan of this dragon fruit concentrate. It's not terrible, but I probably wouldn't buy it again. So I've heard about this limeade before. I've gotten it before. However, I don't shop at Trader Joe's often enough to remember how it tasted, and so I got it again, and it's pretty good. It's a little sweet, but if you water it down with water, or I like to do like a herbal tea blend. So I made this tea a couple videos ago, and so if you haven't watched that one, go check it out. But essentially I make a tea with the Zinger Celestial Seasons tea bags, or you could get an herbal blend too. It doesn't matter that much. And then you just add this to the tea and it tastes pretty good. Lastly, I got this Italian grapefruit soda. I was thinking it would taste a lot like Squirt soda, which if you don't know what Squirt soda is, it's similar to 7-Up or Sprite, only it has like a grapefruit citrusy base to it rather than like a lemon lime base. And so that's why I got it. It looked really good. And if you can't tell, it was very hot when we went to Trader Joe's. So of course I was really thirsty, and all of the beverages looked really good, but I narrowed it down and chose these beverages. I honestly don't shop at Trader Joe's often, and I don't see myself making that a regular go-to store here either, even though it's close. I think that it's really fun for special occasions, if you want to pick up something for a dinner party or a gift, that sort of thing. It's not, I guess, the most practical place for me. I feel like I can definitely get more of what I need at Aldi or Walmart or Costco, so that's just kind of where I'm at. But then again, it's always fun once in a while to just check out a new store and see what they have. But what inspired me to go this time around, and I know I didn't get anything fall related or autumn related, but I saw something, I believe it was on Facebook, like a video of different things that Trader Joe's has seasonally when it comes to the fall. And so I was really inspired to go because I love the fall time, and I love getting all the warm and cozy pumpkin treats and drinks and stuff like that, or trying them. And so I was inspired to go, but I didn't end up getting anything that was autumn or fall related, just summer stuff. Even though they did have a few things out that were kind of the seasonal fall things, I still didn't pick them up. But I don't know, maybe in the future I will end up going again and getting some stuff. But if you're somebody who happens to go to Trader Joe's a lot, what do you like to get? What are your favorite go-to items? I would love to know. Morning. So today is Thursday. I made myself this, I guess, half and half, if you want to call it that, with the iced tea I've been making, or the cold brew tea, and then some limeade. So it's pretty good. Yesterday I didn't film a whole lot. We didn't do too much. However, we did go to a talk after Vespers last night. We had the bishop there last night, and so after Vespers we had a little potluck meal, and then we got to sit down and listen to what he had to say. The kids all got to go to a separate area and play. There were some people there to watch them, and so I didn't get to stay for the whole time though, just because it started to get a little bit late, and my youngest Isadora wanted me to be with her, and so I was kind of back and forth for a little bit, and then I just ended up staying around the kids because she didn't want me to go back. So that's what I did. But my husband got to listen to most of the talk and he really enjoyed it. So I'm glad that we could make it, and even though it went really late, it was very spiritually edifying. In other news, I am 16 weeks pregnant this week, and so I have another midwife appointment coming up today. My sister's actually going to go with me and help me out with my other 2 kids. And then I think after the appointment, we are going to go thrifting, which I am excited for. In fact, I have been using this bag as a purse, which, I mean, this tote bag works. There's nothing really wrong with it. Sure, it's not the prettiest thing in the world. I'm not much of a purse girl, so it doesn't matter that much to me. However, the thing that does matter is sometimes things like to spill out because there's no zipper, and it's a little more big, I guess, than I need it to be. So hopefully I can find something that's a little bit smaller, maybe has a zipper on top that I think is nice. I used to use purses. In fact, I had a really nice purse that I got some years ago for my birthday. However, it started kind of just falling apart from wear and tear, and so I had to retire it. But I ended up using this one because I thought, well, you know, I'll just use it temporarily, and it's a bag. I could just throw all my stuff in it and go. And so that's what I've been doing for the past couple months. But like I said, I would prefer something a little bit different, so we're gonna go see if we can find that purse. So we found the coolest couch for, I don't know, $50. I don't know if we're gonna get it though. So, spoiler alert, I did not end up picking up this sofa, even though I really did like it. I thought it was super unique and just beautiful. It looked a lot better in person. The video does not do it justice, but I'm sure somebody had a really good day at Goodwill getting it. Like most people, I love thrifting because really you never know what you're going to find. Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot of room right now just because we are staying in a very temporary house, and so we are looking for our own house, and I don't want to get a whole ton of stuff before we move. Okay, so please excuse the background. I know it's not the most aesthetic thing in the world, but we don't really have a whole lot of, I guess, areas in this place where it's the best to film. There's an extra room, however, it's kind of like a spare room that we put some of our belongings in, and then the family who is living here left some of their belongings in as well, so it's kind of just an extra storage room. Also, we have some electrical problems right now, so the downstairs doesn't really have much lighting, so I had to come up here to the bedroom where there is some more lighting, and this tapestry or this curtain is something that kind of divides the room. So there's a back room there, and then there's a room here, and the room where I'm in right now is where my husband and I sleep, and then our girls just sleep over there. So anyway, that's kind of our setup right now, but I thought I would talk about today a little bit. So I had my appointment. I'm about 16 weeks pregnant now. And so we heard the heartbeat and everything again today, and everything looks really well. So now what I have to do is I am going to schedule a 20-week ultrasound appointment because we do want to find out the gender of the baby. Also, we just kind of want to see that everything looks good so that we can proceed with the plan to have a home birth. And so we are really looking forward to that. And yeah, other than that, I had some labs done a few weeks ago and everything looks really good, so not too worried about that. I've also been eating enough protein, or trying to at least make an attempt to eat enough protein. So I had to do a diet diary, which was a week long, and so I was able to track how much protein I was getting, and actually I did a pretty good job across the board. I kind of had one off day, but I had been feeling kind of nauseous in between the days that I decided to jot down everything that I ate. So yeah, it was a little more difficult for me, but I was able to make it through that. So thank God for that. And then today at the thrift store, we had a lot of fun. We saw the most amazing couch. I don't know, it wasn't like the most comfortable thing in the world just because the sides weren't cushioned at all, but it had this really beautiful wood on it, and the feet were like these claw-shaped feet, which was really cool to see. I don't know, my sister might go back and pick it up. I really wanted to, but I don't have enough room here where we're staying, and also our storage unit isn't big enough for it either, unfortunately, so maybe she'll get it, which I hope she does because it's a really cool couch. But speaking of going to the thrift store, I will show you guys what I got today. So I was able to find a purse. Here it is. Like I said, I'm not really much of a purse girl, so I was really just looking for something that had a zipper, and this one buttons up too, so it's pretty nice. So it's Sonoma, so I think that's from Target, but I'm not 100% sure. But I think this will be a good size for me, and I like how it's pretty secure with the button and the zipper. And then I got one of these, I think they're called like accordion hangers or something, but I really like these. I think you can hang a lot of different things from them, like mugs or coats or different types of clothes. I was thinking you could even do bunches of dried flowers, stuff like that. So I am really excited that I found one of these. I have another one, but it's not in the greatest shape ever, so I was happy that I found this one at the store today. And then I wanted to get some cozier things, you know, just because I am going to be having a baby and I just like comfortable clothes. So for like postpartum and stuff, I found this night dress, this nightgown, which is good material, or comfy material, I should say. It's Simply Vera Wang. It's a nightgown. I found this dress, which I'm not normally a fan of high-low dresses, which this one is, but it is beautiful, or really cool, I think, the print. So here it is. It's kind of busy, but I'm sure you'll probably see me wear it in the future. And it is nursing friendly. So, sorry, this is not a very good angle, but you kind of get the idea, right? The different patterns, and it's a pretty comfy dress to wear. Okay, and then I got this one here, which you can see there's some embroidered detail, and I love the sleeves. Also, it's a maxi dress. Here's the bottom. It's from Old Navy. And lastly, I got this dress from Goodwill, from the brand called Coldwater Creek. With pregnancy and whatnot, it's nice to have some stuff that are a little more stretchy and bigger, and so here it is. It's actually a very flattering fit on me, and I love that it has pockets as well. I wasn't too sure about the print, but I think I actually do like it. So that is my little thrift haul for today. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Be sure to go check out my blog. That's where I have the strawberry dessert at if you're interested. And I will see you all again next week. Thank you for watching, and bye!